Well, it's -8 outside today and just finished some shoveling. And I'm in the cabin here, so I'm going to fire up the buddy heater, kind of take the edge off here inside a little bit. The cabin is not insulated. Generally, I just use the cabin for storage and a bit of a warming center when we're skating out on the lake. So right here you have your buddy heater, the Buddy XL. This one I purchased at Costco a little over a year ago. I think it was between 265, 300 Canadian dollars. It uses your standard 1 pound propane tanks you see here. This model has a place where you can actually carry one, and over here you have a place where you actually hook it up. So it kind of goes in there, you twist on your container, and you're already good to go. The 1 pound propane tanks generally last, if you have it on high, a little over an hour. If you have it on low, maybe about 3 hours. I haven't really timed it that much, but that's sort of what people are saying kind of is the standard. I got a couple of accessories when I got this. Obviously, I got this little heating fan that sits on this little metal platform. It's a little bent, kind of just slips on, and then the fan sits on that, and as the buddy heater obviously warms up, the fan gets going. The issue I have with the fan, the buddy heater heats up so much, I think I've ruined the fan. As you can probably see, there's some discoloration on here. So I wouldn't recommend getting a fan that's not capable of handling about 600 to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, because this is it doesn't seem to be working now, so I wouldn't recommend that. When I've used, I'd recommend using a larger fan, the fans that you actually put on your wood stove at home. So I usually hook these up. I have a 30 pound propane tank here in the cabin, and I have a little hose. You can get these online. They'll run the propane from the tank into the buddy heater, so I can use it for a bit of time. Standard propane hose. This is actually a little longer. This one will go to the buddy heater. This goes to the tank. So I'm gonna hook these up, and let's see if we can fire it up and get the place warmed up a bit. So I have the buddy heater hooked up to the propane tank. As you can see right there, she's all hooked up, and it has a nice little molded portion on the bottom that the hose goes right through, so it's nice and closed. I keep the tank on this little rolly thing here so I can move it about the cabin a bit if I want to. So let's just go and we'll turn it on. So basically, on the left hand side here, you just have your ignition button. You just sort of press that and hold the dial down on pilot, and it'll turn on your pilot lights. So let's just do that. Turn my control knob to pilot, push it down, and start. And I got contact there. Generally, you keep the knob down for about 30 seconds or so to make sure your propane is flowing, and then you're set to go once you let it up. Okay, so you're pretty much good to go. So you have basically two settings. I'm going to turn it right up to high. So there we go. She's starting to catch, and that screen will turn a nice red color, and right away you can feel the heat coming off that. So once it gets going pretty good, depending on how big your space is, you can keep it on high. That's high there, and then I can just turn it down to low. I found out pretty quickly that this only has two settings. So you can't put it on a medium. There's no medium button. So what happens if you turn it in between the high and the low, it will just shut off after a few minutes. So you either have it on low or you have it on high. So I'm just going to go back to high, crank everything up here. So that's basically it. The buddy heaters are pretty basic, lightweight, easy to move around. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.